It's New Orleans and New England, meeting for the 15th time in the last 49 years. The Patriots go for win number 11 in the series. Next on EA Sports.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. On the return, Deontay Harris, and he returns this to the 22. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers now to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown! John Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 22 carries, 67 yards and a touchdown. From the 31, Jones. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
He was a first-round pick for the Patriots in 2019, and while he's only had 45 catches in 2 years with the team, he and the squad are looking at 2021 as a fresh start for him, and a nice catch there.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. This defense for the Saints, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Now Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class has truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the first round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Patriots, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They hand this off to Harris. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Kamara running right. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jakobi Meyers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. Been a decent start for him here in this 1st half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down. This is Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Jones going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Denzel Mims, 29 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And a nifty catch there for a first down by Michael Thomas. Still getting used to the fact that it's not Drew Brees throwing him passes. Never really 100% in 2020. Battled some injuries along the way. Ended up only suiting up for 7 games, 40 catches. That's a tough drop because in 2019, had 149 catches, an NFL record.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, they'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Rodgers to throw once more. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now Rodgers drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Dorsett on the return. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Jones throwing on first down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. first down. Here's White. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Jones throw there complete to Myers. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Jones now to throw on third down. That is caught by Mims. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's Harris to return it. So we've reached half, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. On the ground, it's Harris, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run with Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. And to the surprise of many, the New England Patriots made a huge splash in free agency. And on the first day, they added Hunter Henry from the Chargers. 5 years there, career-high 60 catches last year. He expects that number to go up in New England.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Off play action, Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Here's Dorsett. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. That's caught right side by Mims. Oh, some strong running. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He'll air this one out from Mims, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Rodgers now to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And some room to maneuver. Shreds him with a stiff touchdown. New Orleans. John Brown. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here's Jones on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Jones.
Got a man, it's Mims.
And all the way down to the 29.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
On first down, it's Harris. And inside the 20 before it's brought down.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
Now a throw end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And that is incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Throwing Jones. This is caught. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
But now it's 3rd and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Well, it's a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
It's fielded at the 45. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab.
And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Rodgers now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers again now. Keeps himself upright. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 15. A minute 35 to go.
Pass complete, Thomas.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, it's Harris. And he's got Rome. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. A give to Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong